I want to talk to you about Etsy, the Printify integration. Is it worth it? So basically, one of our viewers recently asked us, and he said, is Etsy, the Printify worth it? Because I lost $35,000 last year on Etsy. I have 3 shops. I tried everything and nothing is working. So I need urgent help. I'm an Etsy veteran. I've been in the business altogether for 9 years. Could I increase my sales by connecting my Etsy store to Printify? So in today's conversation, we are going to review that topic. So if you're in edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show, how are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka. Now let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk about Etsy to Printify integration. So basically, as I said earlier, this case was actually brought to us by one of our viewers. His name is Josh. Basically, he's asking, is Etsy to Printify worth it? I lost 35 grand last year on Etsy. I have 3 shops. I tried everything. Nothing is working. So I need urgent help. I'm an Etsy veteran. I've been in the business for 9 years. And could I increase sales by connecting my Etsy store to Printify? So let me just let me summarize the case for all our viewers to have a clear idea of what we are speaking about. So basically, Josh, you are 42 years old. You basically have had 3 Etsy shops since 2017. You sell digital prints mainly. So basically, you've been in the Etsy business for 9 years, but you actually started for real in 2017. You sell digital prints mainly, and you are married with 4 kids. You are in Modesto, California, and your eBay store is also failing. So you also have an eBay store, and things are not really great there either. And you want to try Amazon next year. Okay, so in total, you lost 35 grand on 3 stores, and you want to change your niche, or you want to change niches. Okay, so basically that's what it is. So you sent us an email and you said, "Hi, Sweetie Kiwi. I'm just curious if any of you have connected your Etsy account to Printify, and if you think it's worth it. I potentially could make my own t-shirts at home, although I don't really want to, and I want to have all the information that I need to sort of integrate my Etsy store to Printify. Any thoughts will be really welcome." So that's the gist of what you sent to us, and actually we replied to you. We had a lot of back and forth. So basically, to your viewers, this is what it is. So Josh wants to see whether or not it is worth it to integrate, to connect his Etsy store to Printify. The whole thing is to start making money by selling print on demand, because he realizes that his Etsy store is basically losing money. He's actually out of ideas, and he wants to see whether or not print on demand, once again, is actually the way for him to actually turn the stores around and start making revenue again. Now, first things first, Josh, you asked a very good question. But first thing first, you need to keep in mind that some mistakes will always tank your Etsy shop. So it's really important. So if the following information rings the bell, you want to fix them now. The thing is, it doesn't matter whether or not you want to connect your Etsy store to Printify. There are things that foundationally on Etsy you need to make sure they work. So there are 4 mistakes I want you to really pay attention to, and you have to really start thinking about fixing them. If your store, because we saw your stores, we saw the 3 stores that you sent us, and it wasn't really interested. I mean, for instance, you are using subpar photos. I mean, your photos are not of the highest quality. We told you this, and this is something you need to fix. This is really important. So basically, use daylight. Be conscious of the background of your image and steady your shot. Those are things you really want to pay attention to, because otherwise this will really cripple the visibility of your store. This is really important. Okay, so the thing here is that if you're trying to turn things around, you have to be very careful. Now, write basic impersonal item descriptions. What I want you to do is I want you to write captivating item descriptions, and we read some of your descriptions. They're not really that great. Okay, and you want to take a page from the pro. If the pros do a good job at writing product descriptions, look to your competitors. Learn from the most successful Etsy sellers. It's all about looking at those who are already winning in the game and trying to copy from them. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying copy their descriptions verbatim, but try to emulate what they already have and try to see if you can write something even better. If writing is not your forte, you have a lot of platforms on the internet. You have Fiverr, Upwork, you have TopTal, you have freelancer.com, among others. Those platforms have, they have thousands of writers, okay, and you can pay them very good money. I mean, not good money, like they're very affordable. Okay, you need to beef up your SEO knowledge. Josh, this is really important. You've been in the game for 9 years. It's about time you took actually SEO, Etsy SEO seriously. Link to other listings. Think about blogging and social media. Okay, the thing is, use unique headlines and descriptions. Okay, and do not make generic products to sell. Do your research. The more focused you are, the better it is. It's all about differentiating. You want to differentiate yourself. See, the whole thing is Etsy is a very competitive marketplace, and the whole thing is you need to constantly differentiate yourself. So this is something I want you to think about. This is something I really want you to implement in your strategy going forward. And having said that, I want you to be careful though. You need to understand that Etsy and Printify can work. However, you got to know the right way to actually implement things to make those two platforms work for you. Okay, now, does Printify work with Etsy? Yes. Printify is one of the best print-on-demand integrations for Etsy shops. You have Printful also. Okay, you have other players. You have Guten. But the thing here is that when you think about print-on-demand, what is print-on-demand really? Print-on-demand is the business process that allows a print provider network to automatically fulfill orders placed by your customers on your store without you having to hold inventory. It's kind of similar to drop shipping if you think about it. So Printify has been around for a while, and they are one of the best POD integrations for Etsy shops. The thing here is that now, why should you use a print provider to sell your products on Etsy? Well, it depends on your situation. Now, in your case, you want to beef up sales. You want to grow sales, right? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the kind of products, you see, Printify is just a service provider. Everything comes from you. You are calling the shots. You are the one deciding what kind of designs, what kind of formats you want, what kind of material you want for your products. Either you're going for t-shirts or mug or whatever, you have to decide. It's really important. Now, Printify can really help you reach your business goals. But the thing here is that you have to have the right niche. Everything starts from the beginning from your Etsy store. You got to have the right settings. The cool thing that we love about Printify is that they have excellent customer service. Okay, but it's important that they also have an easy to use mockup generator that allows you to see in real time what your products will look like once printed. Okay, so you don't need any graphic design skills necessary, just your creativity. So and what we also love with Printify when it comes to their integration with Etsy is that they allow you, if you have a manual order, you can place those orders in case you want to send a gift, or let's say your customers want to send a gift or a promotional product to social media influencers, for example. Okay, either you want to send them or your customers want to send them. It's really, really good. So the thing is, if you are going to go the Etsy print-on-demand route, then Printify might be one of the best integrations you could use. And the other one is Printful. We will cover that on another show. But long story short, the thing is, yes, Printify to Etsy to Printify is definitely worth it. The integration is worth it. And in your case, you definitely should pursue that avenue to grow sales. Solution idea number 1. Basically, you need to understand the benefits of using a print provider such as Printify to expand your Etsy shop. The problem is that right now you are losing money on 3 Etsy stores, and it's important to stem the tide, the negative tide, right? There are a lot of benefits, and the earlier you understand those benefits, the better, because you can actually You can tailor your strategy, your Etsy strategy around Printify to make sure that you are actually seizing the opportunities that a platform such as Printify offers you. Remember, there is no upfront cost to you. You pay only when a sale has been made with Printify and other POD providers, okay? You hold no inventory. It's the classic case of a dropshipping business model. You don't hold any inventory. You have hundreds of products to add to your unique designs to, because here you have product variation. This is really important, okay? So what I want to say here is that you are basically taking advantage of a system that has already been built for you. You're not reinventing the wheel. You have a wheel that's already working. You just come and just ride along, okay? And when it comes to fulfilling orders, you never have to touch an order. Printify will take care of it for you, okay? In terms of shipping, you never deal with shipping again. They will definitely take care of it for you, okay? And you save tons of time by avoiding unnecessary tasks, okay? It's all about you going back to Etsy 101. It's all about going to Etsy Sales Growth 101. Just focusing on your three Etsy stores and finding ways to actually bring sales back up. And in terms of support, you are getting 24/7 merchant support from Printify. So this is really important because, hey, think about it. If you are doing things on your own, imagine if something were to happen, who would take care of what? But with Printify, you have everything consolidated. You have everything that is consolidated and centralized and consolidated, and you are able to focus your time on other stuff. So there are many benefits, and you need to know those benefits, because I want you to have a strategy that really seizes those benefits for the better. Okay, this is really, really important. So solution idea number one: have a clear idea, have a clear understanding of the benefits, of the advantages that come with using a print provider such as Printify to expand your Etsy shop. Solution idea number two. Josh, what you want to do is you want to familiarize yourself with the Etsy Printify integration process so you get things right from the get-go. It's important to familiarize yourself. You need to acquaint yourself with how the whole integration works, okay? Now, how does it work really? So basically, once you have made up your mind and now want to set up an account with Printify, you basically have to do a few things. So you need to sign up for an account, Printify. You go to your dashboard, and you said that you have already started the process, but it's very easy. You go to your dashboard, and what you have to do is you will see a store drop-down menu. And basically you have to click manage my stores and then new store. So that's how you are going to integrate your Etsy store, because the thing is, once you go to a new store, you can choose from any platform you're currently on. eBay, you can go on Amazon, you can have your Etsy, you can have your Walmart marketplace, you can have your Poshmark. You have a lot of stores, okay? And scroll down and find Etsy, then click connect. Very easy. So you'll then be prompted to your Etsy account, and so you can allow access. You need to allow access because you are given authorization. You're authorizing basically Printify to actually connect to your Etsy account. Very important. Make sure your email address is for the correct store though. Okay, so that's it. That's all you have to do on the Printify side. Now comes the fun part: designing and adding products. So you got to go to your Printify account, you click catalog, you will see things. They have a lot of unique products. They have more than 300 unique products. Think about that, from mugs to t-shirts and whatnot. So you basically, you have to choose the ones that appeal to your audience, the ones you believe would appeal to your audience, the one that you like. And you need to actually also think about designs. You have the mockup generator. You can see all the things that are really important for you in terms of design. Be creative. You want to compare prices, locations, provider ranking. You want to think about shipping information and product color options. Okay, colors are really important. Okay, so you have to think about those things, and then you start design process. And again, from there, it's all about your creativity. It's all about trying things, product variation, sizes, colors, designs. It's really up to you. It's very, very easy, nothing complicated. It takes about 30 minutes, depending on how complex or easy, quote unquote easy, your designs are. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about Etsy to Printify. So Josh, one of our viewers, he's 42 years old and he basically has 3 stores since 2017, but he has lost so far 35 grand on all those 3 stores, and his eBay store is also failing. And so his question is it worth it to connect my Etsy store to Printify? So yeah, the third thing I want you to do is solution idea number 3. You need to find a print provider that meets your needs, and in this case, it's Printify. When you connect Printify to your Etsy store, you got to be very careful about the price and location, because ultimately, your business, your customers, your Etsy customers will be buying from different places. They will be buying from all over the world, right? That's what you said. That you sell mainly digital prints. So basically, and you have clients worldwide. So basically, your clients could be in Asia, they could be in Africa, they could be in Europe, they could be in the States, they could be in Mexico, they could be in Latin America, they could be all over the place and place orders for you. So you have to have the right pricing strategy, based on the location and the size of the items you are shipping. The thing is, you got to tell Printify those things. They're not doing it for you. You got to set up stuff. Okay, you have to think about availability. Availability is really important. So the whole thing is that Printify is there. It's a platform that's been built. They provide services, but it's you who must be able to actually have the right designs, because the designs have to be available. You got to think about quality. Quality is really important also. Okay, quality is important, and you need to understand the types of products you can sell. Okay, you need to make sure that you understand your target audience and their needs, because they are the one ultimately buying from you, right? So you want to make sure there is a strong alignment between the product you're selling and the interest and passions of your target audience. Okay, and you can actually sell a lot of stuff, but it's totally up to you. So as I said before, you have 300 products to choose from when you log onto Printify. The whole thing is you cannot sell. I mean, your customers don't really need 300 products. They probably need 30 or 10 or 20. If we go to the Pareto rule of 20-80, if you take 300, 20% of 300, that's 60 products. Even 60 is too much. In our experience, you just want to focus. You want to zero in on. You can zero in on let's say 20 products or 30 products, and really do your best job at promoting them. So this is really what's going to help you in terms of moving forward. So this is I just think this is what you need to focus on. Solution idea number 4. You really need to understand why most Etsy shop failed, and you never repeat those mistakes in your shop. The thing here is that it's really important to understand that the reason why you're losing money, Josh, is because your strategy is not aligned with the product you're selling and the interest of your audience. The thing is, you're not making any Etsy sales or barely something, because your items are not being seen. Do you have the right SEO strategy? Because Etsy SEO is something that you really need to think about. I've already told you that Etsy to Printify, the integration works fantastically. That's fine. Okay, we got that. But what about your SEO? What about your SEO? What about your SEO on Etsy? What about your Etsy SEO? Okay, the algorithm. Are you feeding the right product, the right content to the Etsy algorithm? Are you making sure that your strategy is aligned with what the platform wants to see? Those are important things you got to really think about. Okay, that's the first thing. Your photos suck. In other words, your pictures are not really of the best quality, and this is something that you really need to work on. So Josh, this is really important. You need to work on that. So And the thing is, that's the honest truth. We saw your stores. You sent us the link. We saw them, and so honestly, some of those pictures are not of good. They're not of the utmost quality. And we told you, and this is something you need to really think about. And if your Etsy shop is empty, because you have 3 stores, but we look at some of those shops, they don't have a diverse inventory. This is something you need to think about. If your Etsy shop is empty or there's barely something in there, folks are not going to be attracted to your store. You want the public to be drawn to your store, so it has to be constantly stocked. Right? I'm not saying you have to put gazillions of products in that store, but you got to have something that shows, hey, listen, we're good. We have sufficient inventory to satisfy the needs of all of our clients. Okay, this is something that I really want you to think about. And remember, at the end of the day, Etsy is not a flea market. So what I'm trying to say here is that it's not Etsy is not a garage sale, nor is it a flea market. So the quality of the products that you have to actually put on Etsy must be high. Okay, so if you want to sell all things and nothing in particular, you are just wasting your time, energy, and money. I want you to niche down. I want you to be really focused and find the best product possible so that you are able to cater to the right audience. This is important. Catering to the right audience is going to draw them to you. It's going to build customer loyalty. It's going to build brand loyalty. And that's what you need. The reason why you're losing money is because you don't have a brand in the first place. In those 3 stores, those 3 shops, you have no brand. You're just selling things here and there as you would do in a flea market. You have a constellation of very diverse items with no particular focus. And what I'm telling you here is you need to focus. You need to go back to the basics and really niche down as much as possible. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. So Josh and all our viewers, this was our advice, and please feel free to comment below. Tell us what you think. And Josh, if you have questions, you can also pitch in the comment section, or you can send us an email. We'll certainly answer you. Not a problem. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.